What's the biggest difference preparing for this season compared to years past?
For me, it's just getting in the game plan each and every week. Just studying the game plan, studying the opponent, and going out there actually and being with my brothers in practice and getting a head start of it.
Seeing that you guys already have a dinged up wide receiver room, what's it like? How do you prepare? Do you prepare to be a 3 or 4 or the 1 or 2? How's that weekly process like?
I prepared to the highest. I couldn't really tell you like 1 or 2, 3 or 4, but I prepare to play a lot in the game. Obviously, this week with our situation in the receiver room, especially with our depth, I'm just preparing to play a lot of football.
How exciting is it to step into a season knowing that you're going to be able to contribute on the 53-man roster and you don't have to have that seesaw effect of going up and down each week?
It's a very good feeling for me. Different approach coming to work every day, obviously, but it's fun. It's fun. Just playing football and actually getting the stresses off. No more camp. No more having to worry about that. I'm just staying here, and I feel like I'm in complete control of that. So I feel like each and every day just trying to have fun with it.
What should Vikings fans expect from this offense in 2024?
Oh man, an exploding offense. I mean, with Sam throwing it, JJ leading us, and TJ coming back pretty soon. It's going to be an explosive offense for a lot of defense out there.
Everyone talks about Sam. What have you seen from him that makes you say, like, wow, like this is our quarterback?
Oh, man. Even me just learning Sam coming in at OTAs and seeing how he did on OTAs in camp, he's not only just a gamer and a leader, but he has a strong arm talent. Like he can throw the ball really well, accurate, deep. He shows traits of everything, really, and that's what makes him really who he is. I call him a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? Even with his legs, pick up the first downs and stuff like that. But he's pretty exciting to watch.
So he's bringing something new to the team this year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Last question I have for you: what's it like watching Aaron Jones in person? You had to watch him from across the sidelines from a couple of years ago. Now he's on your team wearing purple. What's it like seeing him, and what's it going to be like having him in this offense?
Well, first and foremost, I'm glad he's on the other side. Get him out that green. But it was a headache to watch him on the other side. But now having his versatility on our side is very exciting to watch. Speed on the outside, screen game, receiving. He's a very versatile player and exciting to watch him too.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
What's it like when you start the season and you get all these requests from people talking about fantasy and needing you to score in each week? What's that really like from your guys' point of view?
It's fun, it gets the fans into the game a little bit more, and then they feel like they not necessarily own you, but have a partnership with you or some tie to you. And then I tell them all, like, hey, if I let you down last year, sorry, but this year we gonna win it all if you got me. So make sure you got me in your leagues.
Have you ever tried fantasy football yourself?
I have. I want to say it was my first 2 years in the league.
Okay.
I played with my brother and some of my college friends and college teammates, and I told them, I was like, if I can't draft myself, I'm not playing. Of course, my brother drafted me the first year, but the second year I got myself. But it's kind of hard to make those substitutions throughout the week. Pick up on the waiver wire. Once you get into the swing of the season, you get a little busy, and it's kind of hard to make those changes. But I didn't finish last though. So
you didn't finish last?
I didn't. With making no subs, I didn't finish last.
That's good to know. Let's talk about this season. You finished your first full training camp here in Minnesota now. A lot of expectations surrounding you. You keep talking about wanting this to be the best year. How do you feel, and why do you think it's going to be your best year?
I feel the best that I've felt, the healthiest I've been, the preparation that I've put in, the time that I've spent, and just not just picking up the offense, but bettering myself, bettering my game, my physical, my mental, all of that that goes into the game. So I know big things are in store. You gotta put the work in for it to show on Sunday. So I've been doing that and getting better every day and checking every box. So
I was just talking to Trishton Jackson about you. He's like, man, we're so glad to have him on this side. He's so explosive, brings a new element to the pass catching and red zone. What's the most exciting part about this offense now that you've been in it, you know all the plays? What are you most looking forward to showcasing on Sundays?
Just all the weapons that we have. It's going to open up everybody's game and make everybody's job easier, whether it's JJ taking some off of our plate, or we taking some off of JJ's plate, or JA's played or whoever it may be out there. We're all piggybacking off of each other, making the O-line's job easier. They're making our job easier, and that's what our jobs are, to go out there, play as 11, and make each other's jobs easy.
Final question that I have for you. You've seen some really good quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. Where does Sam Darnold rank among those?
He's right up there with them. When you talk about being able to spin the ball, come in and command a huddle, and being a true leader, he's right there with those guys. And I'm proud of him. I didn't know much about Sam before I got here, other than we were in the same class where he got drafted too. But he can really play, and I'm excited to be right alongside with him, pushing him, and making his job easier, like I said. And I think I'm calling it now, comeback player of the year.
All right, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
But I'm excited, man. New team, man. New environment, new scheme. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to just see what these boys can do, see what we can go out there and accomplish, because we have very, very high hopes in here. We're excited to get going.
What's it been like to come here and play here? What have you learned? Has anything surprised you?
Yeah, just how many things that can be ran in this system. And the guys that we have here are super hungry. I mean, obviously, we all understand what the expectation is amongst ourselves. I know somebody mentioned earlier, what do we think about, like, expectations, all that? Like, nah, like, we don't pay attention to stuff like that. We're more so like, how are we going to hold ourselves accountable by being the best version of ourselves, you know? So that's the part I'm really excited about, see if we can build upon here.
So you better be a high IQ football player to play in this system, right? Because you got to make your own decisions on the fly, right?
Yeah. I would say just on both sides of the ball. I mean, I think I heard one of the offensive play calls and I almost threw up. I mean, it was just so many different words. I said, man, listen, y'all, I'm glad I played defense. So, no, but it's one of those, and I think it's a tribute to the type of guys that we have around here, very knowledgeable about the game of football, so that way you can add these things onto our schemes and always keep the offense on guessing and playing on our terms.
Aside from being athletic, is that what keeps you in the league if you're you? Is that you got to be able to recognize, see, and react?
You got to be able to recognize, see, react, and make the play. The other part, and like I said, they can find a lot of people that can see and react, but executing and making the play and finishing the play is what separates everybody. And I think that's what I'm truly excited as well, because I've seen what we can do, obviously, from a practice standpoint with not tackling and these things of this sort. But now we get to put the pass on and make it for real. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Do you try to be a leadership voice too, because you're a veteran, but it's your first year here?
Yeah, I just been myself. I mean, I think that I've always been a person that always spoke my mind. And, you know, whether it's, you know, a young guy who's scared to ask him, I'll ask it for him, or even myself. I'm still learning the game. I mean, I'm going on year 5, so you can say vet. But I still feel like I'm very young, so I still got a lot of ball to learn, which is great for me, which is why I love football. I feel like when you feel like you know it all, that's when the game is not fun, and you get complacent, and that's when your career goes down. But learning new things and seeing other guys within this scheme learn new things as well and teach me things on the fly, that makes me love the game even more.
No gray hairs in that beard yet, though?
No, not if my daughter don't give them to me, I'll tell you that. But other than that, no, I'm good. I'm keeping these head full of hair, I'll say that right now.
After all the work you put in the offseason, is the energy different when you come in on Monday and it's game week?
Yeah, I would say that for sure, because more so like all we doing is working out. You work out so many times and so long on all the offseason, and then you come here and go to camp. You're practicing against the same teammates you see every day. This time, yeah, it definitely felt different. Like, all right, now it's time to go. But we honestly felt that shit after the last game out in Philly. I mean, literally we were sitting there like, hey, next time we on this plane, it's for real. So I'm excited, man. I don't know if y'all can say, I'm going to keep saying it, but, man, listen, I'm excited to play football.
Maybe from, like, I don't know if you knew much about him at all, and then just being around him, like, what has stood out most?
Yeah, I've already known Gink. Knew Gink of Gink, obviously. I think he came in a year before me. But I've always known him because we played Miami a couple times before. But he's a guy who literally can play anything, inside backer, you know, outside backer. Hell, he can go inside and rush a little bit. Like, he's a specimen in himself, and he's so knowledgeable of the game. Knowledgeable of the game and the system with flow. And he helped me out a lot of times, whether it's drops, knowing where I can rush or get my, you know, my one-on-ones and stuff, certain things of that sort. But, man, having a guy like that next to you and then still obviously go out there and make plays at the end of the day with him being so calm and chill, he's like the person that weathers any storm and keeps everybody calm while still being himself. So love to play next to him, man. I love everything he brings to the table, and I'm excited to see him make some plays in this shit, too.
Do you think he gets the credit he deserves?
Nah, I mean, because like I said, nobody – I feel like this whole team is like that. I mean, it's obviously, besides we know who. But at the same time, I think that's what makes us all go the way we do, because, I mean, whether we care or not about, you know, the recognition at XYZ, we know within ourselves that we have a lot to prove amongst ourselves and hold ourselves to a different standard than everybody else. So you're never going to have to hear people saying, hey, pick it up, this and that. Nah, we're on ourselves 10 times harder than that anyway. So having a guy like him, man, it's going to be great because we both after the same thing.
This is one of the most fun weeks of the year, just coming fresh out of training camp, being able to actually go against other people now and being able to game plan and have some detailed, really detailed game planning to put in. So it's fun and it's enjoyable being able to finally have something to focus on more than just going against your own guys.
How does this defense seem like? It just seems like it's a better defense this season. How? I mean, what have you noticed?
We're always looking to build. We're never satisfied with anything that we do. We had a good season last year, but in our minds, that didn't matter at all. We had to come find a way to get better regardless of how we did last year. So the people we added, we have a lot more people on this defense now, and people that came in really ready to learn and ready to understand the defense and play. So it's been fun being able to really join some new guys on this defense and be able to gel with them and pick it up running.
How about you? How are you better?
Same thing, stacking on my game. This year, my biggest goal is to take advantage of every opportunity, no drop picks, better tackling year, because that's the foundation of everything, and just make more plays. With consistency, 17 games, my goal is to make a big play every week.
How have your expectations for this defense changed from day one of training camp to now, getting ready for week one?
Really, no expectation has changed. I think we work to be the best, and that's our expectation, to be the best out there, because there's no other reason to be on the field except to try and be the best in the league. So we want to be able to hold teams to minimal points, and we want to be the guys out there making plays, especially on the back end. We take ownership, and if we make plays on the back end and we stop the pass game, I think that equals a good season. So we're putting everything on us. Our expectation is greatness, and we're not looking anywhere lower than that.
I'm interested to know your perspective. I've talked to some of the younger guys, and they talk about the energy that they bring. Mm-hmm. What's your observation of the energy that these young guys bring to this?
Yeah, it's crazy. Preseason was different. I'd say it's been different than the past years that I've been able to watch and see the young guys. We have a great class of younger dudes on this team, and everybody came in balling. So it was a crazy time for cut day and everything. It's sad, and it's just like, dang, I don't know who's gonna stay because everybody played well. There wasn't one person that you can look at and be like, okay, well, he didn't really play well, so you expect something. But every single person, I'm sure they made it hard for the people upstairs to pick who to bring back and everything. So there's really, like I said, the energy and just the skill of the young guys and the way they came in learning and mastered the defense was impressive to me.
How does that energy translate into Brian Flores' controlled chaos that he talks about?
I'd say just letting them knowing that they understand the type of defense that we run here and that it's really not normal. And the fact that they can come in and understand that they're going to have to play things different than they've done all their life, and it would actually pick it up and do it. That's, like I said, it's impressive, and it's cool seeing young guys come in and learn and see it click for them. Because in the beginning they look confused, and then out of nowhere it clicks and they're balling. So it's always fun to watch that. Yep, thank y'all.
It's time for preparation. It's game time, man. Excited about it. Been out there putting in the work, so excited to go play, man. Looking forward to playing another opponent. So it's an exciting time.
Are you excited just for your role to be kind of elevated? I mean, you've kind of been waiting for this moment, I imagine.
It is a moment I've been waiting for, but I'm excited to see everybody. Everybody in our room, everybody that's been out there working with us, wide receivers, quarterback, and Sam, and the O-line, and even the defense. So everybody has an important role, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody do that, man, and competing at a high level.
Kick returning, has that ever been a thing for you?
Hey, man, might be on the list. We'll have to see.
How do you think you've improved this year?
All the backs in the room, we've just been pushing each other constantly, taking the time and learning, absorbing wisdom from Aaron, CJ, guys like Miles Gaston. So the whole room, man, we've just been pushing each other, learning, and breathing life into each other, really. So it's been a blessing to be a part of, and I'm looking forward to going out and competing with them.
Obviously, the running backs room does look different this year. What do you think has been the most surprising difference out of you guys?
Man, really, it's just a brotherhood, but it's been that. But just guys coming in and working, and all of us really just feeding off each other, learning from each other, and it's been nothing but great. It's been fun to be a part of.
What do you think you learned from Aaron?
Learned a lot, just even in regards to what he sees on the field, how he looks at runs, and how he approaches the game. So a veteran guy, man, I'm just looking to absorb all the knowledge I can and continue to learn from him and develop with him.
Ty, not to keep harping on the kick return, have you done that before in your career? And, like, is it a role on this team you would like to do?
I've done it in college a time or two, so yeah.